right, so if you made a 76 or better, you're going to go to, under Wednesday, you're going to go do the the Explore Density Lab after test corrections. You have two options of what lab to do. The first option and the better option is the PhET Density Lab. There's nothing to turn in. It is just an exploratory lab where you're just going to look at the concept of density. However, the PhET Lab is a Flash software program which a lot of the Chromebooks will not work with, or I don't think will work with them. So if you cannot get into the PhET Lab, your second option I have in there is the PBS Density Lab. So if you made basically a B or better, or 76 or better, you can go do the Explore Density Lab. There's nothing to turn in. You're just exploring the concept of density. Also, make sure that you have completed the density of air discussion question before the end of today. So make sure, and with that one, you're using a microphone. If you made less than a 76, we're going to do the test improvements. And we're going to start off doing the test improvement review. So with that being said, the following people need to do the test review with me. If I haven't already said, I need Marcus, Caitlin, it looks like, and Fernanda. All right, y'all are going to do the review with me. So if I just said your name, you're going to do the review with me. Everybody else, you can go work on the lab. So everybody else, you can go work on the lab. And but if you want to go over density again, you're welcome to stay with us. All right, so everybody, if you're going to do the test improvement grade or the test review, please get out a science spiral and title it Grade Improvement. I want everybody to show all of their work. I'm going to start off, drag this over here. I'm going to start off with some example problems. Let me get them open here. Okay, so the test review. So the title it Test Improvement. The biggest thing I find for students who do not pass, a lot of times they're not showing their work. So it's always getting in the habit of showing your work. So number one, it says, what is the density of the rectangular, I'm going to call that cube, if the mass of the cube is 90 grams? You'll see that the length of the cube is 5 centimeters, the height is 1 centimeter, the width is 2 centimeters. Then from there, we need to calculate density. So let's go ahead and draw it out in our science spirals. Stop doing that. There we go. All right, so first thing, I think we said what, 5, 1, and 2. First thing we need to do is calculate the volume of the cube. So volume is equal to length times width times height, or in this case 5 centimeters times 1 centimeter times 2 centimeters. 5 times 1 is 5, times 2 is 10 centimeters. Okay, so that is step one of that problem, is calculating the volume of the cube. Okay, step two, we need to calculate density. Again, always write your formula first. So I'm going to write the formula for density. Density is equal to mass divided by volume is equal to, in this case, my mass was 90 grams. That was given to us in the problem. Divided by 10 centimeters cubed. That is our volume, and we got that from our first step. Equals, well, what is 90 divided by 10? It is 9. 9 what? 9 grams per centimeter cubed. Okay? That's problem 1. All right. Again, make sure you show each step and always write your formula. So the first thing I did is I solved for volume, and I wrote my formula for density, and I solved for density. Again, I would highly recommend using a calculator. All right, going on to number 2, second problem. Do this. All right, let me erase my answers. All right, so we're looking for the density of this rock. If the rock has a mass of 30 grams, first question we have is what is the volume, and then calculate the density. So the first thing, to get the volume, we drop the rock in the water. It was at 30 milliliters, and after we drop the rock in the water, it rises to 40 centimeters. What do we do with those two numbers? So it was at 30, it rises up to 40. What we're going to do is subtract. So 40 minus 30 gives me a volume of 10 milliliters. That's the volume of that rock. Okay. So go ahead and show your work. Show 40 milliliters minus 30 milliliters equals 10 milliliters. The next thing you want to do is calculate density. So everybody start off by writing your formula. Density equals mass divided by volume. And then let's go ahead and solve it. Density equals to 30 grams was our mass. We got that from the beginning of the problem. So we got that. That was given to us. I'm not seeing the screen. Okay, let me stop sharing. Good enough.